So a long time ago, there lived a great and sophisticated civilization known as Benin. The Empire of Benin was renowned for its remarkable achievements in art, governance, military strength, and trade. The walls of Benin were one of the most impressive architectural achievements of human history. This magnificent structure is, as of today, the largest man-made structure ever built. This was a symbol of the strength and prosperity of the Benin Empire. Located in what is now southern Nigeria, Benin reached the height of its power between the 13th and 19th centuries. During this time, there was a powerful Oba known as Ozulua, the Conqueror. Oba Ozulua had two wives, Queen Ohonmi and Queen Idia. Queen Idia was renowned for her beauty, intelligence, her powerful sorceress skills, and military acumen. She would later become the first warrior queen in Benin history to have ever led a troop of men to the battlefield. So it happened that during the reign of Oba Ozulua, the Conqueror, both Queen Ohonmi and Queen Idia felt pregnant at the same time and gave birth on the same day. Queen Ohonmi gave birth in the morning to the first son, and he was named Arhuan. At his birth, Aruan did not cry immediately as most babies do. Some believed this was as a result of Queen Idia's sorceress skills. On the other hand, Queen Idia gave birth later in the day. Her son was given the name Esigi, and he cried as soon as he was born. According to the cultural practice of the time, it was inappropriate to announce the birth of a baby to the monarch when that baby has not cried yet. As such, Esigi's birth was the first to be reported to Oba Ozolua, who instantly declared him his first son, automatically moving Arhuan as the second son. Since Esigi was declared the first prince of the kingdom, the rites of recognizing him as the first king was performed on him to the great joy and celebration of the people. Prince Arhuan finally cried later in the day. His birth was reported to the king, and the rites of an ordinary prince was performed on him. As Arhuan and Esigi grew up, everyone began to notice that Arhuan grew far more rapidly. From birth, Arhuan exhibited signs of greatness. He grew into a towering figure with immense strength, earning him the nickname the Giant. His overwhelming advantage of size and physical power made him a natural warrior. He uprooted palm trees with his bare hands, sweeping the ground with the fronds. These natural abilities of Arhuan, added to a courageous nature, made of him his father's favorite. Prince Arhuan would always accompany his father, Oba Ozulua, to battle, and together they fought in many wars. Unlike his brother, Prince Esigi lacked strength and courage. Instead of joining his father and brother in battle, he preferred to stay at the palace, indulging in every kind of delicacy, drinking all sorts of wine, and growing chubbier with each passing day. Yet, Prince Esigi had his own source of strength, his mother, a queen endowed with great wisdom and powerful magical abilities. As the years passed, Prince Arhuan's strength became unmatched. Together with his father, they conquered cities, towns, and villages. Oba Ozolua's reign marked an era of significant military conquests and expansion for the Kingdom of Benin. One beautiful day, as Prince Arhuan and Oba Ozolua returned from a great battle, the voices of the people of Benin echoed joyfully through the streets in celebration. The air was alive with the vibrant colors of the Ododowa masquerades. Pleased with his son's accomplishments in battle, Oba Ozolua called Arhuan forward and, in front of everyone, removed his royal necklace, a precious symbol of authority in Benin, and placed it around Arhuan's neck. Only the Oba could inherit such trophies of dead or conquered leaders.
I have always known you to be a great warrior, but today you fought as the greatest among us. Even the heavens applauded your exceptional performance, valiant warrior. My son, blood of my blood, take this necklace as a symbol of my gratitude for a job well done.
Added to this, he also handed Arhuan his mythical sword.
Take my mythical sword. Use it in battle, and no enemy shall stand before you. This is the sword of my father, my grandfather, and all your forefathers. It has belonged to a long line of heroes, so wield it wisely.
I shall guard these with all my heart, Father.
Indeed, not everyone was happy about this public display. Hidden within the walls of the palace, Queen Idia fumed with anger.
Now he has won the favor of Father. What will we do, Mother? He has received the royal necklace, Mother, that says it all. Father wants Arhuan to rule after him, and even the people are now in favor of Arhuan.
Do not worry, my son. No one will take your place. You are next in line to the throne, and no one, not even the king, shall change that. Yet they will have to pay for this humiliation.
The next days that followed, a fierce rivalry emerged between both brothers. Queen Idia's exceptional influence and magical powers made it hard for Arhuan to find peace. Noticing that the situation was getting more tense between both brothers, the king, Oba Ozulua, decided to send Arhuan to Udo, the second largest town in the empire. There, Arhuan was made Duke of Udo.
I grant you the right to rule Udo as a small kingdom and to appoint subordinates to govern alongside you.
So, Arhuan appointed a hierarchy of chiefs to help him govern Udo. These chiefs later advised him that it would be wise to marry a powerful sorceress who could counter Queen Idia's magical practices against him. Arhuan agreed, and a beautiful maiden named Yenuhoro was brought to him.
You truly are the most beautiful woman in all the land.
Yes, my lord, Yenuhoro is indeed a paragon of beauty. Most importantly, she is what they call a beauty with brains. By her side, you will learn the art of magic and will be able to defend yourself against the great sorceress, Queen Idia.
Unfortunately, after the wedding, Arhuan realized Yenuhoro possessed no magical powers.
Why did you deceive me?
I am so sorry, my lord. I was scared that the people might kill me if they found out I had no powers, which is why I didn't say anything. Your people paid a great fortune for me after being misled by my household into believing I was a sorceress. Please forgive me, my lord. Forgive my household as well, I beg you. Please do not kill us.
And Arhuan looked at his wife and said nothing.
Please, my lord, forgive me.
What an insane thing to think that I would kill you, my Duchess. Yes, you were chosen because of your supposed magical abilities, but I have grown to love you, and nothing can change that.
Indeed, Arhuan loved his wife dearly, and for a time he forgot about his rivalry with his brother, for his heart was filled with love for his wife and his newborn baby, whom he named Onioni.
My son, blood of my blood.
Despite not being a sorceress, Yenuhoro had the gift of visions that never failed. Many times, she helped Arhuan escape assassination attempts planned by his brother Esij, who had become consumed with jealousy. During this time, another conflict erupted. As usual, Oba Ozulua prepared for war. However, on this day, Oba Ozulua gathered all his chiefs and said,
Today is another battle. My men and I shall go and fight for our beloved land. If I do not return alive, the son who buries me shall be the one to sit on my throne, and the place where I shall lie buried shall become the capital of the Benin Empire.
Once the king had left for war, one of the chiefs, who was among Queen Idia's spies, informed her of the chief's words.
He surely had Arhuan in mind when he said that, fully aware that he will eventually join him the moment he learns that he has gone to battle. Where is Arhuan at this time?
He is on his way back to Udo, returning from another battle. He is not yet aware that the Oba and his men have left.
Perfect. Make sure it remains so. Send some spies to the battlefield for me and ensure you let me know of any incidents that take place.
Eventually, the inevitable happened. Oba Ozulua won the battle but was killed in the process. News of his death quickly reached Queen Idia through one of her spies. Upon hearing this, Queen Idia immediately advised Prince Esiji.
Rush to the battlefield with your men, Prince Esiji, and collect your father's body. Bring it back to Benin City as quickly as you can. You must act fast and wisely.
But mother, to bring father's body back, I must pass through Arhuan's kingdom, which is located at the center. Once Arhuan learns that I am transporting our father's body, he will surely seize it from my men.
Conceal the king's body in a tattered mat and tell everyone that your men killed a deer, which you will offer as a sacrifice to the ancestors on your way back to Benin. Make sure you also take along a bronze coffin. Fill the coffin with sand and stones until it is heavy enough. Make everyone believe the king's body is in the bronze coffin. As soon as this is done, begin to sing a funeral song while passing through Udo. Do as I have advised you, and you will be able to deceive your brother and bring back your father's body.
Next, Prince Esigi did exactly as the queen advised. Afterward, he asked his men to blow the Oko horn and begin to sing a funeral song. As Prince Esigi and his men passed through Udo, Arhuan's dwelling, the people of Udo quickly went to inform Arhuan of what had happened. Heartbroken, Arhuan cried for his father, whom he loved dearly. However, he did not have much time to mourn, as it quickly dawned on him that he had to retrieve his father's body before his brother buried it. So, Arhuan and his followers chased after Prince Esigi, engaging in a fierce battle with him and his men. After a time, Prince Esigi and his followers pretended to have lost and surrendered the coffin they had been carrying before fleeing. Satisfied that he had recovered his father's coffin, Arhuan and his men let go of his brother as he ran away. Together with his men and the people of Udo, they celebrated their victory with great joy. Unfortunately, their celebration was cut short when they heard the sound of the large drum used for funerals coming from Benin City, signaling a royal burial. Alarmed, Prince Arhuan commanded his men to open the bronze coffin. To their greatest disappointment, they discovered that it was filled with sand and stones. Enraged at realizing he had lost the right to rule the kingdom to his brother, Prince Arhuan let out a war cry. As a result, Benin City was declared the capital of the empire, and Prince Esige became the legitimate heir to the throne. Thus began the Arhuan and Esige War of the early 16th century, which lasted for years between the two brothers. Tired of the ongoing conflict, one day Arhuan's wife approached him and spoke out her heart. Although it was difficult for him to admit, Arhuan had to agree with her. The war between him and his brother had already caused significant damage to the empire.
This will be my last battle against my brother. If I do not defeat him, I will let go and acknowledge Prince Esigi as the rightful heir to the throne. I promise you this.
I believe you, my lord, but I have a bad feeling about this battle. I wish you would stay home this one time and let your men fight without you.
What kind of ruler would I be if I behaved that way? I have to go, and as I promised you, if I win, you will become queen. But if I lose, I will allow my brother to rule once and for all.
As Arhuan prepared for his final battle against his brother, he tied 3 bells around his waist, gathered his wife, his entire household, and addressed his faithful servant.
Listen carefully for the sound of the bells. If you suddenly hear frantic noises, know that I am being pursued by Prince Esigi and his army, which means I have lost the war. In that case, lead my family to safety by jumping into the Duke of Udo River to avoid being captured as slaves or killed by Prince Esigi and his men. On the other hand, if you hear a calm and rhythmic sound, this should tell you that I have won the battle.
To his son, Arhuan said,
Oni, my only son, stay home and wait for my return. If I do not come back, make sure to take care of your mother. May you grow into a greater warrior than I.
Yes, father, I shall wait for you.
So Arhuan and his men left for battle that day, all marching toward their fate. He had always been a great warrior, but on this day, Arhuan fought valiantly. One by one, Esige's men fell under his great command. As he fought at the front lines, Arhuan was shocked to see a young man fighting just like him. Without thinking twice, Arhuan launched his mystical sword at this copycat fighter, and the sword pierced the warrior's heart. At that moment, the warrior fell to the ground, only for Arhuan to discover that the man who mirrored his fighting skills was none other than his beloved son, Oni.
Father, I'm sorry I disobeyed your orders and followed you to the battlefield. I felt like such a coward staying at the palace while you were risking your life out here. I am so sorry.
Oni, my only son, why did you come? What have I done? I should have known it was you. Please don't.
Before Arhuan could finish his phrase, his son took his last breath and was gone. Devastated, Arhuan fought with such ferocity that he would have annihilated Prince Esige's entire army if they had not fled for their lives. Arhuan had lost his only son, yet he had won the battle. Overcome with mixed emotions, excitement and grief, he rushed home to announce the news to his household. As he hurried back in triumph, the 3 bells tied around his waist echoed frantic sounds again and again. Hearing the sounds of the frantic bells, Arhuan's servants and household quickly followed his earlier instructions. Immediately, the entire household, along with Arhuan's wife, jumped into the Udo River to avoid being captured by Prince Esige and turned into slaves. When Arhuan arrived home, he realized his mistake.
What have I done? What have I done? Where is my entire household?
In a panic, Arhuan rushed to the river, hoping to catch up with his wife and the rest of his household. But when he arrived, he found no one there.
What have I done? I have killed my only son. I have lost my wife and my entire household. There is nothing left for me.
In great despair, Arhuan hung his royal necklace on a nearby tree, thrust his mythical sword into the ground, and jumped into the Odigi River, close to where his wife had jumped. When the people of Udo arrived at the river that day, they could not find Arhuan or anyone from his household. The only things they found were his royal necklace hanging from the tree and the sword he had plunged into the ground. They waited for days and years for Arhuan's return, but he never came back. Thus, Prince Esige became the rightful Oba of Benin with no contestation. To thank his mother for her strategic and magical guidance, which enabled him to secure the throne, Queen Idia was honored with the title of Ioba, meaning Queen Mother. This was a new and unprecedented position created specifically for her, granting her political influence and control over the entire empire. She was a fearless queen mother, actively participating in warfare and leading her troops into battle when necessary to ensure the safety and dominance of the Benin Empire. Eventually, the people of Udo and Benin made peace.
For the longest time, he was an enemy to me. Yet even amongst the fiercest of rivals, one must acknowledge the unwavering strength and indomitable courage of this colossal warrior, Arhuan. He fought with all his heart and always showed true courage on the battlefield. In honor of his incredible legacy, I declare that henceforth, no one shall fish or hunt in the sacred waters of the Odigi River. From this day forward, let it be known that this river shall be regarded as a secret sanctuary, a revered site preserved in honor of this illustrious warrior and conqueror, Arhuan the Great. May his name echo through the ages, and may his spirit continue to inspire generations to come.
The 2 rivers into which Arhuan and his wife jumped are separated by a narrow road, and it is said that once a year, both rivers come together as a sign of the love they shared. Many believe that the spirit of Arhuan still lives on, watching over and protecting them within the depths of the Odigi River. The Odigi River is still worshipped today by the Benin royals, who believe that their ancestral brother Arhuan is alive, residing within the depths of the river and waging war against the evil spirits of their land. Let us know in the comment section below if you enjoyed the story. Kindly subscribe to this channel, share and put on your notification bell so you will be notified every time we post a new video. Until we meet again, bye-bye.